Tournament director Stan Moles awards the trophy, and Andrea Temesvari stands as the 1983 U.S. Open Clay Court Women's Champion. In the women's doubles final, the two players who met for the NCAA singles crown, Beth Herr and Gigi Fernandez, combined, but lose to the top-seeded team of Virginia Ruzic and Kathy Horvath. In the men's doubles final, the second-seeded team of Mark Edmondson and Sherwood Stewart are taking no prisoners. Brazil's Cassio Mata takes a shot south of the border, and his teammate and countryman Carlos Kiermaier hits the dirt, covers his flank, and checks the fallen warrior for damage. It's the heat of the battle, and although Kiermaier calls for the stretcher, Mata is okay. Mata and Kiermaier upset the top seeds Tom and Tim Gullickson to gain the final, but here they are forced to give ground. Edmondson is a former Australian Open champion, and Stewart won the U.S. Clay Courts doubles title a year ago. Stewart repeats, and the team takes the title 6-3, 6-2. The men's singles final shapes up as a battle of forehand power. Andres Gomez is a 6'5", 190-pound left-hander with a fearsome stroke. And Jimmy Arias has been known to run around his backhand to smoke one on his strength. Both have consistent serves and prefer the clay court surface. The two have exchanged victories recently, Gomez defeating Arias a week before, and Arias beating Gomez 1 week before that. And in the opening games, they take their winners where they can find them. Though clearly nervous, they control their opening set jitters and hold serve through the first 8 games. But at 4-all, the set begins to shift. Arias clocks back a forehand return, then stings a backhand, and Gomez is down love 15. Gomez's big serve becomes inconsistent. Known for his occasional lapses in concentration, he still seems nervous and not fully involved in the set. He lets an easy overhead get away and nets a backhand to go down love 30. Another error and a double fault, and Gomez is broken. Arias is serving for the first set. The shot is wide, and Arias takes the first, 6-4. The second set begins the same way. Gomez doesn't put away the backhand, and Arias passes him for the service break. But Arias cannot hold the lead. His serve becomes erratic, and Gomez fights his way back into the match. Gomez is a streaky player, and with his concentration focused and his big serve returning to form, he raises the level of his game. Gomez is an excellent all-around athlete. The former surfing champion of his native Ecuador, he has been playing very well on the clay court circuit. This is his second final in the last 2 weeks, and he starts to take command. Down 5-2, Jimmy Arias tries to conserve energy. With a set in hand, he has sometimes tried to run an opponent around, tire him out, and then run through him in the third. But against an athlete like Gomez, that can be a dangerous strategy. The number 6 seed evens the match. It's down to 1 set for the title. Gomez gathers his momentum. He is hitting with confidence and flair. He takes the first game, and Arias can only applaud his effort. Some of the fire seems to have gone out of Arias' game, as he miscalculated and let the psychological advantage shift to the imposing Gomez. Good shot making and an Arias double fault give Gomez a crucial service break. He has taken 10 of the last 12 games. But in Game 5, Arias comes back. The crowd is urging him on, and he is fired by their loud and vocal support. Gomez is broken, and Arias can feel the whole match shift. He holds serve to make it 3-3. The 7th game is a disaster for Gomez. He double faults once and nets 2 easy forehands to give it away. He knows it's bonehead play, and now he goes down a break. But Arias almost gives it right back. Back-to-back forehand errors put Gomez at double break point, and it seems as if the match may get evened again. But with the crowd in an uproar and his strokes returning, Arias scratches and scrambles and finally puts the game away. One more service game to hold. Gomez holds his service at love, and Arias serves for the championship. The ball is out. Now it's match point. Go-Go goes for the winner. But it's wide, and Jimmy Arias becomes the first teenager in 17 years to win the title. Jimmy Arias, winner of $51,000 and the 1983 U.S. Open Clay Court Men's Champion.
Monday morning, August 6th. I arrive at the Indianapolis Sports Center for the 75th Annual Clay Court Tennis Championships. This week, I'd like you to join me on a personal tour as the tournament unfolds and we encounter exciting tennis and have a look at what goes on behind the scenes. Welcome aboard. Tennis greats from throughout the world will be competing for $500,000 in prize money in one of only 2 major tournaments in the United States to feature both men and women. Regardless of nationality or gender, everyone must practice. This spacious stadium, ideal for spectators and players alike, seats 10,000, and many are on hand to watch last year's winner, Andrea Temesvari. Andrea is Hungary's #1 player, and at 18 has a powerful all-around game. No match is taken for granted here, and her opponent, Terry Phelps, proves a worthy competitor. But Temesvari walks off a winner in straight sets. The hottest player on the men's circuit this summer is 17-year-old Aaron Krickstein. He is the youngest player to ever win a Grand Prix event, largely due to a blistering forehand that rarely misfires. Libor Pimek, a former Czechoslovakian junior champ, is content to play a baseline game, waiting for his younger rival to make mistakes. Despite the famed forehand winners, Krickstein goes down in 3 tight sets. Pimek is victorious today, but Krickstein will be back. Although he's reached the quarterfinals here 6 times, Argentina's Guillermo Vilas has yet to capture the title. He has won the U.S., French, and Australian Opens, proving how competitive this field is year after year. For 9 successive years, Vilas ranked in the world's top 10, and at one point won 50 matches in a row. But the U.S. clay courts can wear down even a seasoned veteran. If it's not the heat or humidity, it's a relentless opponent who knows what's at stake. Hungarian Balázs Tarazzi has a classic clay court style and a strategy to match. This 6-time winner of the Dutch Open excels on clay. Tarazzi upsets Vilas in 3 grueling sets. After a strenuous morning workout, I thought I'd take a break and sample some of Indianapolis's finest cuisine. There's another world beneath the stands. Here, the players check in before their respective matches. They look over the updated draw sheet and iron out schedules with tournament officials. Across the hall is the interview room where the media congregates to pepper competitors with questions. Reporters from around the world come to write their stories on today's game. Back on stadium court, I'm amazed to see 10th-seeded Camille Benjamin being beaten by 14-year-old Gabriela Sabatini. This attractive upstart from Argentina goes for broke. Sabatini wins 9-7 in the third. Gabriela entered the draw through a wild card invitation by the tournament. This foresight has paid off. Yesterday was no fluke, as Gabriela once again is victorious in 3 hard-fought sets, defeating veteran Vicki Nelson. The charismatic youngster's next match is against 3rd-seeded Lisa Bonder. Lisa is an 18-year-old from Saline, Michigan, and comes into this encounter ranked 13th in the world. She controls the match from the onset and advances by a 6-1, 6-4 margin. But Sabatini has gained invaluable tournament experience and has given notice that she will be a force for years to come. After a full day of tennis, I was ready to hit the sack at the Hyatt. Even the elevator ride is pleasant in this exquisitely designed hotel. The next morning, I couldn't figure out why people were lined up. But complimentary strawberries, cream, and champagne will form a line just about anywhere. Andres Gomez, top seed and currently ranked 5th in the world, has narrowly escaped defeat twice in reaching the men's semifinal match. The Ecuadorian takes a lot of chances, and they've been paying dividends thus far. His opponent is Switzerland's Heinz Gundhardt. As a junior, Heinz won titles at Wimbledon, French, and Italian Opens. He's one of the most graceful players on the circuit and is on the move in this match. Gomez wins the first set 7-6, and as they head into the second, both players exchange winners. Andres Gomez keeps the pressure on and wins his second tiebreaker of the day. There are many acquaintances, players, and patrons to chat with between the morning and evening sessions. After dinner, I wanted to catch the other men's semifinal. Balazs Tarazzi, who defeated Vilas earlier, is the only unseeded player to make it to the Final Four. His rival is Libor Pimek, who stunned Krickstein earlier. Pimek takes the first set 6-3, but you can't count out this crafty 30-year-old. Tarazzi has said this is to be his last year, and he'd love to go out a winner. He knows he can't win rallying from the backcourt and plays a gambling game. Tarazzi evens the match at 1 set apiece. Everyone enjoys a well-fought contest, including tournament director Stan Maless. In the end, it's Tarazzi who will meet Andres Gomez for the title. The first match this morning should prove to be an interesting one. Andrea Temesvari, last year's champion, takes on this year's favorite, Manuela Maleva. 17-year-old Manuela hails from Sofia, Bulgaria. She is coached by her mother and has been on a rampage since beating Chris Everett Lloyd earlier this summer to capture the Italian Open. Maleva's stock has risen drastically as of late, winning 27 of her last 30 matches. Her only 3 losses were to Everett Lloyd and Navratilova. With shots like this, Maleva easily handles Temesvari today. CBS is taking it all in. In the other half of the draw, it's 5'9" Lisa Bonder taking on Pam Casal from New Jersey. Pam upsets second-seeded Zena Garrison in the quarters. Neither one of these women has lost a set coming into this match, but that would quickly change as Bonder outlasts Casal and takes the first 7-5. Casal is a scrapper and runs down many well-placed shots. The set evens itself at 6-all. But in the clutch, it's Bonder who prevails. There are all sorts of facilities at the Sports Center. Pam Casal gets a needed massage after her 2-set marathon. The finalists have their rackets finely tuned for tomorrow's play, and I could use some dinner. In the women's double final, it's the third-seeded team of Paula Smith and South African Beverly Mould against second-seeded Elise Bergen and Joanne Russell. Russell and Smith are no strangers to center court. They have collectively made it to the finals 5 times, though never on the same team. Tonight, it is Smith and Mould who do the damage. With this perfectly executed backhand volley, Smith and Mould win the match convincingly, 6-2, 7-5, and split $13,000 in prize money. It's been a successful week of tennis for both teams. In the men's doubles final, it's singles finalists Tarazzi and Heinz Gundhardt versus Ken Flack and Robert Seguso. Tarazzi and Gundhardt have won numerous doubles titles, including the French Open. Unfortunately for them, they are a step behind this emerging American pair. Flack and Seguso win their first major championship, 7-6, 7-5, and ham it up with their man-sized trophies. Tarazzi will return for his singles contest. Two teenagers, Lisa Bonder and Manuela Maleva, will battle it out for a $34,000 first prize and the coveted clay court title. The fans anticipate quite a contest between these two, who breezed through their previous rounds. Both women figure to challenge the game's perennial top two, Navratilova and Everett Lloyd, in the near future. Manuela has an uncanny knack for anticipating her opponent's next move and covers the court as well as anyone. She's a patient but opportunistic player who takes advantage of any weak shot. Bonder likes to play the baseline and move her rival from side to side. But she can't seem to put balls away in this first set, as Maleva snaps a forehand volley for a winner and takes the first set 6-4. It's a spectacular sight to see two determined athletes playing the best tennis of their careers. Bonder fights back with well-placed ground strokes, but is unable to score points when needed against Maleva, who is relentless in her attack. Manuela's concentration is unparalleled, and she has herself a match point. It's Manuela Maleva in a deftly executed 6-4, 6-3 victory. A $34,000 payday and clay court title give this personable champion a memory that will last forever.
Well, one is bound to be a little bit clouded by the fact that Torres is in 2 events. He's played 2 hard matches every day, including 2 last night that went on until deep into the night.
Since that, I'm playing much better, and I played good Davis Cup, good Wimbledon. I lost to Gerlaitis in a close match, so since that I'm playing well. Just this week somehow it's just everything comes together.
I would favor Gomez because he has been in the semi-final before. He was in the final, and he's very anxious to win a big national championship. But he has great lapses of concentration.
Concentrating on getting to the finals. Now that I'm in the finals, tomorrow it's going to be a different game for me. I think I'm going to play much better, and it's going to be easier to concentrate.
I just try to be steady and I think the best thing, if I could make him move, then I could have the chance. If I have to move and he's playing, that is no way I can do anything.
Sunday afternoon, men's final. Top-seeded yet unpredictable Andres Gomez faces unseeded but clever Balazs Tarazzi. Everyone is looking forward to a fiercely contested final. Early on, both men are content to rally from the baseline. Tarazzi is steady, but Gomez is playing the better tennis and winning the key points. This 2-time Italian champion appears to be in the groove today. Whatever lack of concentration he had in earlier rounds is gone now. Gaining confidence with every stroke, Gomez begins to assert himself, snatching the first set without much effort. Although outclassed in the opening stanza, Tarazzi didn't reach this final easily, and he's not about to throw in the towel. The second set shifts gears. It isn't that Gomez has lost his touch. Tarazzi has elevated his game and tightened up the match. With this masterful drop shot, Tarazzi sends himself into a tiebreaker. He's psyched up, but as he has all week long, Gomez hangs tough. At match point, Gomez serves up the clincher and has himself a 6-love, 7-6 victory. $51,000 richer, this clay court king has what he's been gunning for, the U.S. clay court title. It has been an exhilarating week of tennis, and I hope you've enjoyed the side trips as well. We've seen young talent flourish with every round. Tournament directors, players, and fans of all ages have a good time. New champions. And it's all been made possible by hundreds of cooperative volunteers. We'll see you next year.